Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2Wolf here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Type 5 NATO. The Type 5 NATO, officially known as the Experimental 7.5cm Self-Propelled Anti-Tank Gun NATO, was the predominant tank destroyer developed by the Imperial Japanese Army in 1945 during the closing stages of World War II. Towards the end of the Pacific War, Japanese field commanders realized they had nothing in the inventory of Japanese Army that would be able to withstand the increasingly advanced tanks and armored vehicles fielded by the Allies, and a more powerful version of the Type 3 Ho-Ni 3 was necessary. Development was rushed through on a new design, which was completed in 1945. The Japanese Army immediately issued an order for 200 units to be completed in 1945. However, by that time, production was impossible due to material shortages, and by the bombing of Japan in World War II, and testing was not yet completed by the end of the war. So yeah, the vehicle we have here in front of us is basically a design by the Japanese military at the time to try to create a more tank destroyer capable vehicle that would be able to stand up to the increasingly better armored and better armed vehicles fielded by the Allies near the end of the war. Overall, this was a tank or a vehicle, I should say, that never went into service and was basically strictly a prototype or concept type design. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move in here to take a look at the vehicle. So starting off with, we have the main vehicle, the chassis of it. The chassis is the Type 4 Chiso, Armored Medium Tracked Carrier. So that's basically what the base is, and then the gun itself is the Type 5, or not Type 5, but it's just a actually it is a Type 5 75mm tank gun, so that's mounted on top here. Long barreled, of course, as well. But yeah, the front here, basically where the engine block is located, your track system, and your, I guess, crew compartment there, where the cab, where you have the driver and the passenger. As we move our way back, we have the gun itself, so a little bit of detail on the inside here, not too much, as there's not a whole lot of reference to go off of, but you have some of the controls here for the guns, and basically the gun breech, all that stuff. And then we have the kind of ammo storage here in the back as well. And then there would be a door that could open up on the back here. But yeah, that's pretty much the vehicle. It's a pretty simple, straightforward little piece of equipment, and kind of like those, desperate late war type designs of trying to quickly make some vehicles to hopefully be able to withstand the Allied onslaught, which this vehicle was too little too late to have any impact on the war. Anyways, though, without further ado, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we'll be going ahead and starting off with layer 1. Now for layer 1, to go ahead and get started here for the build, we're going to begin with by going ahead and placing down 2 dark oak wood stairs, which will be back to back like so. We're going to go ahead and place down an airbrick top slab, come off the stair here toward the front. And after that, we're going to go back from these 2 stairs here with a shulker box on its side, followed by again 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back, another green shulker box on its side, again 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back, another green shulker box, and one more set of 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back. So looking at this, we should have basically 2 dark oak wood stairs, a green shulker box, 2 dark oak wood stairs, green shulker box, 2 dark oak wood stairs, green shulker box, and 2 dark oak wood stairs. On the very back here, we're going to place down an air brick slab, and then a top slab coming off like that toward the back there. Now going ahead and coming off this dark oak wood stair here, we're going to place down 3 dark oak wood top slabs over, and then going to the front here, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood trapdoors coming off that middle, or that air brick slab there. Then coming off this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down 3 dark oak wood top slabs. We can then fill the inside in here with dark oak wood top slabs to basically create the base here of the vehicle. So we'll just go ahead and fill this in completely like so. Like that. After that's done, moving back up to the front, we're going to place down an air brick top slab here, 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back, green shulker box, again 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back, green shulker box, 2 dark oak wood stairs again back to back, and again just doing the same thing we did over on the air side over here to this side. So just like that. And on the very back here also, we can place down 3 dark oak wood trapdoors across. Now once we get to this point, we're going to go and take our item frames, and we're going to place down item frames on these shulker boxes. We're going to go and follow those up with green terracotta blocks in those item frames. If you are on Java, we can also go ahead and go the extra mile by placing down a dark oak wood button on the sides there of those green shulker boxes as well to kind of add a little bit more detail to that. Again, it's not a completely necessary little addition, and you're only able to do that on Java, placing down a block and item frame in the same block space. So basically, again, that'll be a Java only feature. If you're on Pocket Edition or Bedrock, feel free to just use the item frame technique and disregard that, other technique there using the shulker boxes, or using the dark oak buttons. So basically we have that on both sides there. At this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and also go to the front here, and we're going to place down a item frame on these two trapdoors. And we're going to go ahead and place down tripwire hooks in those item frames and rotate them so they face downwards. After that's all done though, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and now grab some banner materials, and we're going to go ahead and building those banners that you can see located on the sides of our stairs there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the materials, and I'll see you guys here shortly. Alright guys, so when it comes to making these banners here, it's pretty simple to do. We're going to need a loom, 2 black banners, 2 green dye, and 2 black dye. We're going to start off by placing down a loom here. We're going to go ahead and go into the loom, place down a black banner, and a green dye piece. We're going to go ahead and split our first banner in half with the green on the left side. And then our second banner is going to be split in half with the green on the right side. So you get basically these 2 banners that look like this. Both these banners will be placed back into the loom with our black dye, and we're going to go and do a line horizontally through the center, like so for each banner. So just like that, and we have both these banners complete. Now with those banners out of the way, we can go ahead and then go to the sides here of these dark oak stairs, and we're just going to place them down on the sides here of these stairs like so, with the green facing toward each other, and it just helps kind of create a little bit more detail there for our road wheels, and just overall kind of improves the overall look of them. And that right there will be done to both sides, and once we have that all done right there, that's what we should have for layer 1. Pretty simple stuff, and with that we'll be moving on to our next layer, layer number 2. Moving on to our next layer, we'll be moving into layer number 2. For layer 2 to start off with, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on top of these 2 narrow brick top slabs, as well as a dark oak trapdoor coming off the side there of those green terracotta blocks like so. We then want to place down an item frame on the side of the block, followed by a cobweb in the item frame, and also a dark oak button if you're on Java, coming off the side of the block as well. Same thing will be done over here as well. Then in the center here, we're just going to place down 3 mossy cobblestone walls across, and then we're going to go then do a row of 3 green terracotta behind those walls. We're going to go then do a second row of 3, then a third row, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 rows of 3 of green terracotta going back in total. And then the very back here, we're just going to place down 2 narrow brick 3 dark oak with top steps across, and then a narrow brick stair here to both sides. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves a green shulker box. We're going to place down a green shulker box on both ends going back from the stair, followed by an item frame, cobweb, and dark oak button in the item frame, and same thing will be done over here. Just like that. After that's all done, we want to go ahead and then place down a narrow brick top slab to both sides. We're going to go ahead and then place down a second top slab going forward. On the second top slab, we're going to place down an item frame, and then a green terracotta block. Same thing over here. And if you're on Java, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of an extra addition here of placing down a dark oak sign on the side of the same slab there as that item frame. So like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down another brick top slab, another brick slab, top slab, then another brick top slab again. Same thing over here. And we're just going to go ahead and repeat the same design like so. On this slab here, we're going to place down an item frame, green terracotta block, again a dark oak sign if applicable, and same thing over here on this side. So like so. And then we're going to place down a narrow brick top slab to both sides again, then a narrow brick slab, top slab, same thing over here, slab, top slab, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 top slabs forward, and 1 and 2. On the middle slab, we're going to place down an item frame, green terracotta block, dark oak sign on the side of the slab, and same thing over here, just like that. After that's all done right there, that is going to basically complete everything we have here for this layer. Just try to make sure I'm not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go. So yeah, that right there will conclude what we have there for layer number 2 for the build, and with that we'll be moving on to moving on to our next layer. We have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with, here we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across those green terracotta blocks there in the front, and then we're going to place down ladders across like that for the front grille. We then want to place down a dark oak trapdoor to both sides, and we're going to go and then place down an item frame coming off that dark oak trapdoor, as well as a snowball in the item frame. If you're on Java, we can also place down a green carpet on top of these dark oak, or those green terracotta blocks like so, to kind of show a little bit more of the fender there. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some looms here. We're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks down the center, and then we're going to place down 2 looms on both sides of that row with 2 green terracotta. Coming off the first loom here, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull to both sides. And if you're on Java, we can also go ahead and place down an item frame on top of that narrow brick top slab there, and we can go and then place down a green snake mouse pane to kind of help show a little bit more of the fender there. Unfortunately, if you are not on Java, you will kind of be stuck with the top of the slabs showing, which kind of sucks, but it just kind of is what it is, you know, it's how it works sometimes in Minecraft. Then going back from the wither skeleton skull, we're going to place down 2 of these granite slabs back. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a row 3 of green terracotta across the center. We're going to place down another row 3 of green terracotta across. This is going to be followed up with a wither skeleton skull coming off those granite slabs like so. And again, being on Java, we'll place an item frame underneath those wither skeleton skulls, and then we're going to place down a green stained glass pane in those item frames like so. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of spruce stripped wood, so like this, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor to both ends like so. At this point in time, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 across, and then after that row of 5, we're going to go ahead and place down a second row of 5, so like that all the way across there. And at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1 green terracotta block, or sorry, 2 going in from the sides there, so you have a space of 1 in the middle there, and in that middle space, we're going to place down a stone slab. We then want to place down a row of 3 of stone slabs, again green terracotta block to both sides, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 green terracotta blocks again going back on the sides there. We'll go ahead and then grab some green shulker boxes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, and again 2 stone slabs there in the center there, filling that space in. Across the very back, we're going to place down a green terracotta block to both sides. Grabbing our stripped spruce wood again, we're going to place down a row of 3 across the back here. And we then want to place down an item frame coming off those 2 blocks like so. A red stained glass pane in the item frames like so for the brake lights, and a dark oak wood sign on the side of that block as well if you are on Java. We're going to then take dark oak wood buttons. We're going to place down 2 buttons on those 2 blocks there. And then along the sides here, we're going to place that dark oak wood button, skip a space, button, skip a space, button, skip a space, button, like that along the side there. And same thing will be done over here as well. So just like that. And after you have that all done right there, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer 3. Again, taking a look at it from above here, this we should have for the top-down view. And with that, we'll be moving on to our next layer, layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a dark oak trapdoor on top of this green terracotta block here, and then a green carpet to both sides. We're going to go ahead and then go back from that trapdoor with 2 daylight detectors, and then we're going to go and go to the sides here with 2 dark oak wood trapdoors on top of those looms. We're going to place down a dark oak wood slab here in the middle, which let me go and grab that real quick. So a slab here in the middle, and then a a daylight detector to both sides. After that, we're going to place down a green terracotta block here in the center, followed by a dark oak wood stair. That'll be to both sides like so. After we have that done, we want to go and then place down a green banner on the back of that stair just to kind of keep a more consistent green color on the vehicle. And then we're going to go and take our stripped spruce wood. We're just going to place down a row 3 across this space like so. On the sides, we're going to place down an item frame. In that item frame, we want to go and grab a black bed. We're going to place down a black bed with the pillow facing toward the rear. Same thing over here for that little slit there for the side on the door. And then we want to go and place down a spruce wood sign on the sides there of those blocks as well, again if you're on Java. After that, we're going to place down a row 3 of green terracotta across, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the side here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 along the side, like that as well. We're going to go and then grab a dark oak wood stair. We're going to place down a stair here in the center, and then we also want to go and grab some stone pressure plates, and we're going to place down 2 stone pressure plates on both sides like so. On top of these green shulker boxes, we're going to place down 2 more green shulker boxes, so just like that to both sides for the ammo boxes. And if you are on Java and have a little bit of, or able to, we're going to place down 2 item frames here with green terracotta blocks in the item frames, and same thing over here as well for that extra detail. And then across the back here, we're just going to place down a row 3 of stripped spruce wood blocks like so. Dark oak wood button on the 2 side ones, and then a tripwire hook there in the center. On the sides, we're going to go ahead and place down dark oak wood buttons on the side of the green terracotta blocks right above the ones from the previous layer. And same thing will be done over here on this side as well. With that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 4 for the build. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we want to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block, a row 3 of daylight detectors across the front here. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair here in the center, the dark oak wood corner stair to both sides. And then after we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a row 3 of green terracotta going across like so. To the sides here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like so, and then 1 stair going back from that stair to create that first one being a corner stair. We're also going to go ahead and take dark oak wood signs and wrap them around the sides here of these dark oak wood stairs, so just like this. So the side facing toward the front, and then these 2 sides here toward the side. We're going to go ahead and go back from the stairs with 2 dark oak wood slabs, and we're going to do the same thing for our signs. Just along the sides here, like so. And then after that, we're just going to go ahead and take dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 3 back, and a second row of 3 on the other side, and then spruce wood trapdoors all the way across, like so. We're also going to go ahead and take dark oak buttons and just place them down on top of those green shulker boxes, like so. Now for the inside here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block here, a dark oak wood upside down stair, and then a dark oak wood top slab going back from the stair. On both sides of the stair, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign, just like that, like so. And that will kind of basically get us started there for the gun breech. And we can also go ahead and place down a tripwire hook over here on the right side, so located like that. And over here on the other side, we do have some of the aiming mechanisms, which is going to be kind of more of a Java ability to add. But this is going to be done with a dark oak wood sign, or dark oak wood fence gate right here, and then we're going to place down an item frame coming off of it, and then a cobweb. You can delete this sign if you do want to add this detail, which is kind of a nice detail to add, so you may want to delete that sign on this side here if you're not on Java, but since we're on Java, we can have it on and have the item frame. So we have that basically designed there for basically the gun breech and all that, and that right there is going to conclude what we have there for layer number 5 for the build, and with that we'll move into our last final layers here, which will be layers 6 and 7. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers here, we have layers 6 and 7. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down an anvil on top of this stair right here. We're going to go and then go forward with another anvil, and then on both sides of this anvil, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign, like so. After that, we're going to go and then place down a zombie head on both sides of this anvil, so just like that. And we want to go and then go forward from the anvil, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dark oak wood slabs, and then we're going to go and place down a polished blackstone slab here on the very end, like so. After that's all complete there, we want to go and then take a green terracotta block. We're going to place down 1 right here, then a dark oak wood stair to both sides, like so. We're going to go then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor here, close it like so, and same thing above this space right here, trapdoor, and we're going to close it like that. On both sides of these trapdoors, we're going to place down a green stained glass pane, just like that. Now once we get to this point on the inside here, we're going to go and place down a green shulker box, like so. And for the gun breech itself, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves some polished blackstone. And we have some right here. And we're going to place down an upside down stair, like so, with the breech here toward the right side, or the left side. We're going to go then grab a tripwire hook. We're going to place it down on the right side here of that stair. And then we also want to grab a dark oak wood trapdoor, place it right here, and close it like so to basically create our gun breech like that. And then after that's done, up on top here, we're going to go ahead and place a dark oak wood trapdoor here on top of this green terracotta block, and then 3 across this space here. And once we have that all complete, that is going to basically wrap up my design here for the Type 5 NATO self-propelled tank destroyer, or self-propelled gun tank destroyer. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be linked from the solid build to me to my channel or this video if this does appear social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.